What's up, family? It's your man Mark Black. On this fine Friday, I wanted to provide the family an object lesson and a bit of entertainment to get your weekend started properly. With this in mind, allow me to introduce you to Emmy, a liberal, pale woman who posted on my Trevor Noah video. As always, I'm going to provide you the evidence and allow you to decide for yourselves if your brother is right or wrong. I've previously asserted that the pale woman is vastly more dangerous than we give her credit for, because this entire system of whiteism is maintained for and is sustained by her desires and needs. Make no mistake, family, this is as true today as it ever was. Emmy posts a little blurb on my page about how much she enjoyed the video and how Tomi Lahren doesn't speak for her people. She claimed that Tomi Lahren only speaks to and for racists and ignorant people. A fine start to the hunt, I must say. However, she is stalking your brother Mark Black, and I'm a tough old bastard to catch. As you can see here, I provided her a quick breakdown of what my channel is all about and called her out immediately on her attempt to bait us. See, these liberals want us to think that they are on the team. It's a tried and true tactic that unfortunately works all too often. When you labor under the misapprehension that there are still some good pale people out there, diamonds among dung if you will, a soft touch hits you right in the feels. I no longer suffer from that malady. Let's continue. In her next post, you see Emmy attempt to establish her bona fides and claim the mantle of ally. She mentions her work with at-risk youth, code speak for black kids, talks about marching for Trayvon Martin and her work with Black Lives Matter. Emmy is following the liberal pale woman's hunting technique to perfection. She continues with a statement designed to elicit feelings of guilt from me and press me into openly accusing her of being a whiteist so that she can draw any white knights nearby to defend her. By the way, too many goddamn times that ends up not being a pale man. It ends up being one of us attacking another black person to defend Emmy and her type. She also does what every liberal does when pressed, kind of like a skunk does when backed into a corner. She pulls the whole, well, what do you think I should do shtick. Family, please, for the love of all that is good, sacred, and true, stop gassing these liberal pale devils' heads up that it's our responsibility to end whiteism. It's not us who are practicing whiteism. They are. They will accuse us of being the racists, being separatists, not willing to work with them, and so on. It's a fucking trap, people. We are under no obligation whatsoever to work with them to do anything. Fuck their feelings, their morals, as if they have any, and their rules. This is war, plain and simple. We either eat or are eaten, and there is no bones about it. No pun intended. Now, you all know my stance on engaging at all with the pale people. However, I wanted an opportunity to provide in real time a lesson on just how to handle the most dangerous pale people in existence, the so-called liberal pale woman. So we start the dance. In this response, I do two things. I openly do what she hoped I wouldn't. I called her a straight-up whiteist. Most times when we engage with the liberal type of pale person, because they pad up to us softly, we become reticent to actively go on the offensive and find ourselves swallowed up. Sometimes literally, if you know what I mean. I call out her bullshit assumptions about our people, ask her key questions designed not to change her mind, but for the family to ponder upon and understand, and let her know unapologetically that I'm for black people and have no need for her alliance. I set the standard, the John Brown statement, that I hold all pale people to and put the onus for all this madness where it belongs, right smack dab in Emmy's lap. I hate to say it because it sounds like hubris, but this pale woman didn't stand a chance with me. This is how we have to deal with her type of pale people. Emmy's not even the minority of pale people. She represents the majority. We've had the game fucked up for many years. The overwhelming majority of pale people aren't what we would consider racists. What they are the enablers. They passively sit back, hoovering up the benefits of whiteism, do nothing to end it while bemoaning how bad it is on us poor black people, and sidling up next to us to blunt our efforts at defending ourselves and seeing the reality of the situation. Oh, Emmy and her kind are good at what they do. They'll pour honey words of, we're all the same, I don't see color, and so on, until your genitals are in their mouths, their hands are on your resources, and your asses are firmly under their control. This is real core truth I'm sharing with you today, family. I really need you all to pay attention to this last post here, because there is so much said in so few words that if you blink, you might miss the key truths shared by our new friend Emmy. She readily admits that she grew up surrounded by whiteists, as if we didn't know, and while still trying to distance herself from them, she tries one last angle. She claims that when she tried doing something to end whiteism, she was shut down. She then states that because of her undying love of justice, care, and support of black folk, she chose to work with and live among us. She reminds us just how guilty she is, like a bitch bearing her belly to an alpha dog, and talks about the system needing to change, etc., yada yada yada. She then went for a passive-aggressive attack on me by claiming she values my opinions, not facts, family, never the facts, and ends her post. As you can see from my response, your man wasn't having it. You see, what we fail to understand in our desire to work with pale people to end whiteism is that, at the end of the day, they can go back to whiteism with literally no effect on their lives. Whiteism doesn't care if you chafe at the bit for a while, as long as you get back on code. This is what makes Emmy so dangerous to us. She can't even stand the little bit of shade thrown her way when she was among her own people. Can you imagine just how quickly she'll fold when bullets are flying at her ass trying to be down with the blacks? Simply put, the very fact that she's hiding out over here with us, trying to low-key be down with the struggle, tells us everything we need to know about what and who she is. I cannot stress this enough, family. At this point in the game, and to be 100% real about it, we never could afford the luxury of waiting until 11:59 and 59 seconds to know if the pale people who claim to be on our team really are. If they aren't fighting whiteism on their side of the house, among their people, with every weapon they can use, live or die, they ain't worth a shit to us. Hell, we have enough coons amongst us who will fight to defend whiteism even on the day it collapses. We definitely don't need to be carrying these pale people who aren't 100% all in from day one. Now you have no excuses, my beloved. Please stop being played by these see-through pale women. They aren't clever or savvy. We just allow ourselves to be fooled over and over again because we keep projecting what we want to see upon them. No more and no less. This is your man, Mark Black. Like this video, share it everywhere you are able, and if you can stand the heat, subscribe and stick around a while. Until next time, love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to my people.